Hello guys, welcome to another video tutorial by Nocode Africa. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you what I built using Bolt.new. Bolt.new happens to be another beautiful platform that allows you to build mobile applications without having to write a single line of code using AI. So in previous tutorials, I actually talked about how I built a food menu website without writing a single line of code using Lovable. So this particular tutorial, this particular video is to demo a very amazing application I built using Bolt.new. So I'm going to walk you through the application really quickly. All right, so this is how it looks like. I believe you can see my screen. This is how it looks like. I can't zoom it more than this, but yeah, we're going to just walk through it like real quick. So it's the same application, just like what I built with Lovable, but here in this particular site, it is a mobile application and it's amazing, like really amazing. I built all of the things that I'm about showing you without writing a single line of code, just using command prompts in Bolt.new. So let's go ahead and check it out. Now, this is the mobile application, how it looks like. This is the onboarding screen. Very beautiful, very sleek. I never did any of this by dragging and drop. I just used prompts to actually make this possible. Okay, so now what you just need to do as a first-time user is either to skip this onboarding screen, or let's just go back to the very first screen and just keep on tapping next. And as you keep tapping, you reach where we have get started. Then you can go ahead and put in your details here. So I already have like 3 accounts. One is for for the rider, for the vendor, and for the customer. So the platform allows you, the customer, to just scan a QR code in a restaurant and then order for food without having to interfere with the waiter in the restaurant. Okay, and then if at all you are a vendor, you can go ahead and have access to like a digital food menu on this same platform, with ease. All right, and then if at all you're a dispatch rider, you can go ahead and just sign up on this platform as a dispatch rider to be able to help customers get their food from vendors and get it delivered to them. So let's go ahead and check it out real quick. This is how you sign up as a customer or as a vendor or as a rider. All right, so let me just go ahead and sign in real quick. Let's see how the application works. Now, if you come here to the very first credential here, let's go to the credential that has to do with the food vendor. All right, in this case, it's Moscow. Okay, so I'm going to just sign in real quick. And I'm going to sign in real quick. And then now there you go. We have this is not supposed to be the very first thing you see though. Okay, that's a bug. I'll fix that real quick. Now, this is what you get to see the very first time you log in into the Dinefolio application as a vendor. All right, you get to see your total revenue. You get to see your today's revenue, your total number of orders. You get to see your last 7 days revenue in a chart format. All right, you get to see your recent orders. You see the status and everything. You can actually interact with these things. So let's go to the dashboard and see what we can make out of it. Now, in the dashboard, you can go ahead and check your orders. All right, there's all here. There's active, there's pending, there's preparing, and then there's ready and completed. All right, so we have just one ready here, no completed. So we're going to go through how this actually happened. If I click here, I get to see the details of the customer. All right, David Rock, his phone number. The mode of order here is to walk in and pick it. All right, and then these are the items that I basically bought from the restaurant. And my special instruction was extra spoons because I was really hungry. Then I can actually mark here as complete, that's as a vendor. Okay, so let's go ahead and see other things. Let me go back here and check out the menu items. So now in the menu items, we have all the different items here. We have like lots of items here. Okay, so now, if you want to add an item, all you just need to do is go ahead and click here to add an item. You can put the item's name, select the category of the item, all right? Then put a description here, put ingredient, and put price, and then push the image, okay? Now, that's how you go ahead and create a menu item. Now, before you even create a menu item, you're expected to create the categories, right? These are the different categories in this particular restaurant. Okay, so we have grill, steak, international dishes, side, porridge, and all of it. You can delete all of these at once, and you can also just add like new categories one by one. Okay, so you can actually also delete this. Now let me go ahead and check another thing. Here we have the restaurant's profile. You see the restaurant's name, the description of the restaurant, the phone number, the email, the location, and then we have the branding. That's the logo URL. I had to get a logo to upload here. Then let's say the website of the restaurant and their opening hours. So you can turn it on here to show close when you're closed and all of that. You can save the restaurant's profile, and then this is where you delete your account, all of it if at all you want to leave the platform. Okay, so we now have the QR code part. This is what your customers get to scan. All right, this is what the customers get to scan when they get to a restaurant, and with scanning this, you get to have access to the the food menu of this particular restaurant. You get to see it and then place an order, which I will show you real quick. Okay, so you can download the QR code here or copy the menu URL here. All right, let's go back to the next part. Here we have the account. You get to see the full name of the user, all right? The profile image, the email address. You can put your current password to update the email. You can also change your password here as well. Now let's go ahead and check out more things. Now we are done with this particular section. You can log out here. Then for this particular part, this was just the the summary of everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and just log out of this vendor's dashboard, and then let's log into the dispatch riders dashboard real quick so we can see what happens there. So if I go ahead and click on this and just sign in real quick, now I have access to my dispatch riders dashboard. It shows the active deliveries. All right, so the dispatch person can actually mark it as completed. I'm going to walk us through how this was done, like step by step, so we can see how it works. So now then, this is also another order, all right, where the dispatch rider has to like send a request for the customer to accept or reject. Okay, so this is it. We're going to walk through this particular thing, how we got to this particular stage step by step. Okay, this is where the dispatch rider gets to see the earnings and all of that. Then we have the history here. Then we have profile here. So let's go ahead and just walk through these. Now in your profile section, you just put your name, phone number, address, license number. Then you select your vehicle type, either it's a motorcycle or a bicycle or a car. And then you have to check whether you're currently available for deliveries. Okay, so let's go ahead and just log out and then go to the customer's dashboard real quick. So now here is the customer's dashboard. I'm going to just log in real quick, and then we can walk through making an order and see how the entire process adds up. So here I'm going to go to Moscow, all right? Then I'm going to go to, let me see. I'll go to starter, all right? I'll go to starter. Then I'll come over here and I'll see spring roll. I like spring roll. So I'm just going to click over here and I see my spring roll. I can add, I can, increase the quantity as I want. I can reduce it. So in this case, I just want it up to 5. Yeah, so I added that. It shows here in my cart. And then I also want this particular shrimp spring roll. Then I'll go ahead and just make that 2. And then I want to add the chicken spring roll itself. So I'll click here and make these 5. All right, that's a large number of items so far. So now I have here spring roll, I have shrimp spring roll, and I have chicken spring roll. Beautiful. I can delete these things too. So let's go ahead and check out how this can work. Now there are 2 ways it can work. One is going to be delivery. If you want the item to be delivered to you, you're not at the restaurant, you're just in your house chilling, you just want these things delivered to you. So you can just check on delivery and put your address here and put the delivery fee that you're comfortable paying so that the dispatch rider can see it. Okay, and then that's it. You can put your special request here. So let's go ahead and try the very first one. Okay, so I'm going to put in here table number 78. Let's remember those numbers. And then here I'll just say extra love. All right, so this is my special cook it with extra love. Cook it with extra love. This is my special instruction. So I'm saying cook it with extra love. So I can now go ahead and place my order real quick. So I'll place the order. And then once I place the order, it shows that my cart is empty. I can get to see my order here. Now this is where I have my orders here. So it shows my orders here. I can click here to see more details of my order ID, my status, the status of my order, my order type, my total, the time I did it, and then the restaurants where I'm buying from, the order items, and the special instructions that I gave. Cook it with extra love. Okay, so I can just go ahead and close this, right? Let's go and see what the vendor sees. All right, when the vendor receives this, we want to just go and see what the vendor sees. So I'm going to just log out real quick, then I'll go to the vendor. Vendor is Moscow. I'm just going to sign in real quick. Moscow, I'm going to sign in. Now this is the vendor's dashboard. I'm going to come over here to others. Now it shows here that it's a table walk-in, all right, from this user David Rock. All right, this is the order ID and it's pending. Of course, it's the restaurant that will, change the status of the order. So I'm going to click here real quick, and then I see the special instruction, cook it with extra love. Okay, then I can click here that I'm starting to prepare it. In the customer side, they will also see that it's been prepared. I'm going to show you that real quick. Let me just go ahead and log out. I'm going to come back here, log out real quick. So we're going to do this a little bit fast. I'm going to try to see how I can make this a little bit fast. So I'm going to log in here, come here to others. You see here it's preparing, right? It's preparing. Okay, so I also get a notification that okay, this is an old, Rider accepted your delivery fee of this. This is an old notification, right? So I can just say mark all red. Okay, so I'll just close this real quick. Now I can go ahead and let me come back here to let me go back to the vendor's dashboard real quick. And then I'm going to log into the vendor's dashboard. And we're going to see what is going to happen there. So I'm going to come here to others, click on it. I'm going to mark it as ready. Okay. Then I'm going to mark it as, the next thing is to mark it as complete. So the food is ready. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait for, if you come here to ready, you see that this is where it's ready. There's none that is completed. So I can just come over here and maybe, let's go back to our customer section. Should we go to the customer section or to the rider section? Let's go to the rider section, because the food was the food delivery. No, the food wasn't delivery. We're just trying to like dine in, right? Yeah, I think that's what we did. So let's go ahead and go back to the customer section and just log in real quick. Let's log in real quick and see. This is the orders. It's a walk-in scenario, right? So now I want to make another order. So I'm going to come over here. I'm not going to buy a lot of things this time. Okay, so I'm just going to buy just one spring roll. I'm going to buy, one chicken spring roll. Okay, then I'll come here. Then I'll go for delivery. I'll put my address. Okay, I'll say Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Okay, then I'll go ahead and just put my delivery here. 1,000. Let's say I'm willing to pay 1,800 naira. Okay, then I will go ahead and just say cook with even more extra love. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and say let's say more here, correct? I'll go ahead and add the place order here. Once I click to place an order, all right, the cart is empty real quick. The cart is empty real quick. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just go ahead and continue making my, making my schedule here. So this is the new order, right? One spring roll, one chicken spring roll, and it shows your delivery order. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go first to the vendor. Let me, log out of here, go first to the vendor so that the vendor can mark it as ready. Once the vendor marks it as ready, preparing and then ready and all of that. So I'll come here to orders. I see it. Okay. Then I'm going to mark it as preparing. Then I'll mark it as ready. Okay. Perfect. Then now I can just go ahead and come back to log out of the vendor's dashboard and come here to not here. I want to log in as dispatch rider because it's time for us to see what the dispatch rider does. So here at this point, what I just need to do is I'll see here. This is the, now let me see real quick. So I'm not seeing that order right now. Okay, let me just go ahead and mark this as completed first. Okay, this is the one I'm seeing right now. You already sent a request for this order. Okay, I'm not getting right now. I'm not getting the order delivery history. This is the one that shows my completed history, like where I actually delivered. So, but for some reason, I can't see the, delivery here. Let me see. You already sent this. Okay. Let me come over here. Let me come back to, let's come back here to the, let's come back here to the vendor's dashboard. Let me see. Maybe something is wrong somewhere. Okay. Or did I just run into a bug? Okay, let's go ahead and log in. Let's see what's happening there. So we have the orders here. It says ready. This one is ready. It's working and it's marked as completed. This one is working as well, and then all of it is working. So there's a small challenge, right? Because it's not showing delivery. There's a small challenge really, because I don't know why that it's like that. Okay, so I'm gonna check out something real quick. Let's go over here to, we're gonna fix it maybe manually. Let me come over back to the the customer's dashboard. Let's make another order real quick. Let's confirm what's broken there. So let's come here. Let me come over to, let me just pick any other random item here. Let's just pick this. All right, then I'll just check out. This is dining. All right, I picked dining. 33 borrowed wheel. Delivery is 3,000 naira. Okay. Cook with grace. Okay, so I'm gonna click this to place an order. Okay, so let's see what it shows here. It shows your delivery type. It actually shows me that it's a delivery type here. All right, it's a delivery type. Okay, let's come over here to, let's log out real quick. Let's see what is gonna happen. Let's come to the dispatch rider. Let's try to sign in and see what happens. Okay, all right, so now we see it. Okay, so we have here that there's this is the one that there was a previous request. This is the one we just did now. Okay, so it shows the drop off order value 550. Fine, this is the order we just made. Okay, so here I can accept this delivery. I click to accept the delivery. I'll put here maybe 3,000 naira, for instance, or let's just say I'll say 5,000 naira. Okay, then I'll send a request to the customer. Okay, so I've already sent a request here. I propose 5,000 naira. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna go back to the customer's dashboard. Now we're just interfacing between the rider and the customer. So I'm gonna log in straight to the customer's dashboard, and then we're gonna see what the customer gets to see in this case. Now, if I come over here to my orders, I will see here that there's a rider request. I'll see that there's a rider request, and then I'll click to view it. I see that the rider said he wants to collect 5,000 naira. I can propose 4,000 naira, and I will send it to the rider. I've not accepted the request yet. Okay. Okay, so if I come here, I see a notification that a rider wants to deliver your order for 5,000 naira. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and log out real quick. Let's log out real quick and come back to the dispatch this dispatch rider side. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this real quick. Now here we see that the dispatch rider now sees the customer's counter offer, so he can say yes, I accept it. Okay, so maybe he goes ahead and accepts it. So I'll just click and accept. Once I accept, I can now go ahead and mark the order as complete after picking up the item from this particular location. All right, and then that's it. So that's basically how this workflow looks like. I can mark here as completed, and then it to show here in my history of completed orders. I can see the details here. I can see all the details here. Really amazing. So all of this was built without having to write a single line of code. Don't forget, this is not a website. This is a mobile application built without writing a single line of code, using Bolt.new. By writing command prompts like you can see here. I wrote a lot of command prompts and just built all of these things from start to finish. So if at all you enjoyed this video and you would want me to create a tutorial showing you how to build this kind of application or something else without writing codes using Bolt.new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like this video as well. Drop some comments for me if you're excited about this, and I'll walk you through a tutorial in subsequent days. Okay. All right, so that's about it. So we have gone through the history, we've gone through the earnings, we've gone through the profile of the dispatch rider. So I think that's all about it for this side. We can do light and dark mode. All right, it's really lovely, right? So I can go ahead and come here and then just log out real quick. Then let's go ahead and just check out the final checkout of the vendor's dashboard, just so that you can be as amazed as possible. Okay, so we have here, this is basically it. I think I've actually showed you everything that happens here. So you can scan the QR code here, it takes you to the food menu of this particular restaurant. I've done every single thing here. So if at all you would like me to walk you through how to build something like this with Bolt.new, just let me know. So this is my demo of my product. It's called Dinefolio. All right, Dinefolio is an application I created to help restaurants and food vendors, manage their orders, receive and manage their orders by virtue of using a QR code system where their customers can just, scan the QR code, have access to their food menu, and order for food from their restaurant with ease. All right, so this is it. Thank you very much to Bolt for building an amazing platform like this, and making my business come to pass. So I'm gonna be launching this business very soon. So we already have a website which was built before. So now we have a mobile application which we are going to publish to App Store and Play Store. Well, it's already published to the web, so you can actually like take a look at it. So enjoy your experience here, and don't forget to share this video to as many persons as possible, because I'm sure it would have blessed you and it can actually bless someone else. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.